Hello gamers, we are back. Did we win last time? Oh my god, I gotta wait for OBS to load every video on my hard drive because I turned on my computer last night. No, I think we won, right? We won. I feel like we won. So I'm gonna take it up to Ascension 7. Because we won, right? Right? Forgive me this one, alright? Give me a random rare. In Venom. A glitch in the Matrix, man. That's the same random rare we got not but one video ago. Now, why I remember that, but I don't remember the outcome? It's a good question. It's a very good question indeed. I don't have an answer for you. We definitely... Okay, relax. Slow down. There's no reason to have played in Venom after a Neutralize if you were going to play a Neutralize anyway. I know what I'm thinking, which is that Neutralize is gonna be played on like every turn in which we draw it, more or less, so we might as well just play it right away. But no, that's bad. You gotta think your turns through, especially when you got something like in Venom, man. I will take a backstab. Now I know what you're thinking, and why are you like a little shifted here? Because I turned my computer off, I had to reset everything. Now I don't know why. And at this point, it's like, have you ever written code before? The answer is probably yes. I know my demographic, okay? Now, I never really made any huge projects with code. But sometimes you would work on a project for like a whole semester, and then you'd basically have it ready to submit. You'd be going through the like refactoring process, and you'd look at it and say like, I don't think that this piece of code does anything. But the deadline's coming up. I'm too scared to take it out because everything works right now. Sure, my professor might go through the code and be like, this doesn't need to be here, but he's got to grade like 30 assignments. He might miss out on that. I'm not going to pull it out and risk that like, oh, this was actually getting called by like another method that uses it as an intermediate function to get to blah, blah, blah. That's how I feel about my computer. I'm just like, it's getting close to its sunset. It's got some problems, but at this point, I'm not making any enemies. Let's put it that way. Give me a blur. Now, I took a blur. I really like glass knife if we can get it upgraded fairly quickly, because probably our first upgrade is going to go to Envenom if I had to guess. You have 20, you have 20. Well, we're probably not going to Envenom. The fight is too short to have to Envenom. We can do this instead. I think we got a pretty good start. You know what's crazy? So I had a sponsored stream for a game today that was inspired by Slay the Spire. And I mean genuinely inspired, not like a lot of games which are literally just like we remade Slay the Spire, but like 10% worse, so it's still pretty good, but also at the same time, the whole time you're playing it, you're like, why wouldn't I just play the game that's 10% better? Like this was, it put its own twist on it. But because I've been playing so much Slay the Spire, I dog-walked it, man. It felt so good. I could see the synergies coming in advance. I knew the card order more or less. What's your excuse now? Shut up. I'm just thinking. Like, I think we're almost strong enough for triple elites, but I don't want to go to the boss and not have upgraded cards. So I think... You know what? Give me this and then play a blur to keep us strapped up. We desperately is probably not the right way to phrase it, but we really need... What a turn, man. An upgraded glass knife. We really need an upgraded Envenom. Because, like, glass knife just decays too fast and starts too low. 18 damage. This is gonna sting, man. Envenom is just a little bit... too expensive to play on most turns right now without taking like a heavy cost. Let's take a dodge and roll too. I think I've been making my decks a little too offensive and not like not well balanced enough. I'm too ironclad pilled. I mean, you gotta go. You draw the glass knife, you gotta go. This for me is probably like the worst possible fight that we could have right now. But it is what it is. I do believe we'll fight long enough that Envenom could matter. I will say, The worst case scenario... Well, the worst case scenario is we die, which is certainly in play. The other worst case scenario is that we just have to rest. And just having to rest is like, it's not that bad. I think we definitely would feel more comfortable popping this. Keeping the... doing some damage, keeping the poison going. Well, this will take us to 18. You got 4 poison on you. I think we make it. It would be nice to draw, like, some attacks. I still think we make it. I'm getting a little cheesed off. 4 damage. 4 damage, 1 poison. We die! No, we don't die. We live with 2 HP. Okay, so that was easy. And I'll tell you, remember when I said when we need more blocks? Nah, man. We need more attacks. Absolutely. Give me a Storm of Steel. You have to rest. We're on 2 HP. I wish it weren't the case. We got lots of stuff that I'd love to upgrade. And we got a lot of elite fights that we can't even dodge coming up. So this is like semi-disastrous, man. And you have to die. I think you blur Storm of Steel, man. I hate taking the 5 damage. But I do think it's like, it's necessary to speed up the fight to the point where we can actually make this happen. I sadly do also want to play in Venom. It might be the case that just having upgraded Glass Knife instead of in Venom is slowing us down enough that we're not going to be able to make it. But I'm hoping that's not the case. It's a very valuable card, especially if you can make it cost 1 energy. Come on, you're toast, right? You're toast and we're starting to work through you. The great news is, you can't kill me in 1 turn. It will take 2 turns for you to kill me. Which means that it mitigates our risk greatly. This is beautiful. I mean, it sucks that we discarded a dazed, but you gotta do what you gotta do, right? Okay, I think you're cooked, and I think actually this worked out lovely. And we didn't use our potion, and we got a Singing Bowl. Terror is a great card. We kind of got to keep it going for the next, like, forever, though. That's a little spooky. But I got high hopes, man. You never know what this question mark might be, either. That's nice. Blade Dance is great because it also applies a bunch of poison. We don't really need the accuracy, I think. Let's knock you out. Let's pop an attack potion. And then there's like a crazy turn in here, right? This is going to do 24 damage, which means one of you is cooked. You're on 17, you're on 17. You're cooked. You're dead. I actually took the time to do the math and it worked out. Who would have thought, man? Let's gain 50 to 80 gold because I don't have a Death Wish. You're not both attacking on the same turn, which is very important for us. Let me see here. 26 damage. I can make you vulnerable. I could then do 17 damage for free. 9 damage. You're going to do 10. 10 damage. Let me think about this. We'd have spent 2 energy. We would have 1 energy remaining. So we'd take 4 damage. I would rather not if I can avoid it. So maybe instead we make sure you die. Problem being next turn we got... No, it's not a problem because we just draw Glass Knife. Okay, we didn't draw Glass Knife, so it's a problem. Actually, unironically, not a problem because now we just draw Glass Knife. Okay, no Glass Knife, no problem. I'm going to take another Cloak and Dagger. And then I'm going to make like a very bold play. I'm going to upgrade in Venom. Because I think it makes us have lower odds of getting through the boss. But if we beat the boss, much greater odds of making it through the next floor. Hit him. Hit him. Hit him. You see that? He's layering the attacks properly. The post-vacation hangover is like almost worked its way through my system. Now this, not good. We have lots of blocks in the deck, so I'm not getting too scared just yet. If I draw those shivs, I draw those shivs, man. We gotta... It is what it is. 2 poison. That's gotta sting. And then this is where we go in. A shiv, a shiv, a shiv that reminds you of the good times, a shiv that reminds you of the best times. Succession. Hold. It's going to be tight, okay? It's going to be really tight. Don't do this to me. That's not enough block, man. So, I think we just lose. Because I also can't break you. So, alright, you got me. We lost too much HP on the Lagavulin. It stings to go that far back in the run to get to the post-mortem. But once we took that much damage against the Lagavulin, like we were playing behind the 8-ball. Pardon me. Let's go this way. And I'm going to get some water. Should probably pause the video. This isn't a stream. Alright, we're so back. Definitely, I would say at this point, and I don't apologize for it because I'm having fun, but I would definitely say the Silent, my weakest character. And weaker than expected, considering it's also a character with whom I've played, like, probably 500 hours. We're gonna figure it out, okay? It's all gonna come together. He's just studying it. You know how dogs is and all that. I have to, like, if we're being honest, I have to acknowledge that there have been several runs where I have chalked up our loss to bad draw. Instead of, I mean, if you have, okay, very interesting way to construct your deck with this front-loaded damage, but if we're being honest, which is rare for someone in my line of work, but if we're being honest, if we consistently are blaming bad draw, AoE is pretty nice, I guess. I do like Bouncing Flask, obviously. If we're consistently blaming bad draw, then probably the problem is the deck construction to begin with. He says as he builds the like exact same deck that he just had, but... Master of Strategy, that's an amazing utility card that coincidentally smooths out bad draw. Go ahead, take 5 max HP for me, and then let's do exactly what we were doing before. Let's Elite Max, upgrade our cards. This time it's gonna work. I'm gonna learn no lessons. I really wanted to see Terror here, but... because it's kind of like we've done some damage, but almost every card we've added is... pardon me, an attack that exhausts, so... We lose a lot of our offensive punch on turn 1, so not drawing Terror on turn 1 is a bit of an L. Trying to minimize the damage loss against the Lagavulin if possible. Like, the only card we absolutely have to play is All-Out Attack. And Neutralize, I guess, but... there's no danger of us not playing it. Smiling Mask, Poison Potion. So we're not really a discard deck. In fact, we're not a discard deck at all. I'm gonna skip. I know it's a bit of a crazy skip, but I'm gonna skip on that one. I didn't think any of the cards worked nicely with what we got going on so far. That one stings a little bit, I'm not gonna lie to you. Hear me out. Something like that. 16, 16, you're dead. Take no damage. All-out attack makes it. We've eliminated the risk of a 20 damage turn. That's important. Now what do? Play your best cards, which is really just all-out attack, and then that like we've narrowed the gap between us and the enemy here. That's a horrendous turn, but it is what it is. And dude, Golden Idol plus Smiling Mask. They're calling it the potential to have the thinnest deck of all time. If he doesn't die on the first floor. Crippling Cloud, Malaise, and Sneaky Strike. Let's go Crippling Cloud. And forget that other elite. I'm gonna keep the deck thin, man. I like my deck drippy, bro. Sorry. cut a basic strike. 17 cards. Give me a dude, give me a deep breath. I don't know. We don't have that many cards in the deck, so being able to draw and play them more often seems very, very nice. Crippling Cloud, but all the cards that are not starting cards basically need an upgrade, but oh, I'm not gonna fight another Lagavulin. Now the question is, try it, man. Just try it. Try it. Just try it, man. Why not try it? While you're here, just try it. It's relatively low risk. There is a part of me that... You know what? No. You don't use the Flex Potion on this turn, because we're going to dump Crippling Cloud. It exhausts. Those two exhaust. That doesn't exhaust. Then next turn, maybe a Flex Potion if we get a few attacks. Or do you wait one more turn? No, I think we got to go in, man. I think this is where you see your moment. And you take your moment. You're going to have two enemies with 10 HP. And that, we had to use the potion... But using the potion justified resting or smithing instead of resting, which has saved us here. So that's a much better start. We're not really a 1,000 cuts deck. I mean, I was going to say, to be honest, we kind of are, because we have a lot of zero-cost cards. But it does need an upgrade. I do like Malaise, too. You know what? And it heals us. Okay, fine. I don't really know what we're building towards, to be honest. I do think we need to see enemy attacks, so I guess we're going to go Astrolabe then. Give me 2 strikes and an unupgraded defense. Alchemize, Slice, and Finisher. I mean, a turn 1 Terror Finisher combo would be, like, outrageous. Because we start with 2 backstabs as well. So we kind of got something going. I don't know how good it is. That's exactly what I was hoping to draw, man. You've done me a great service with that. And I think, like, this is now where we just try to recreate, basically, like, the exact run that we had. Was it 2 runs ago, or was it last run? Just burst, alchemize, and then go crazy. We definitely won our last run, now that I remember. I don't think we really need a slice, though. I'm gonna keep the deck thin. We do need better and more blocks. So I'm gonna dump a strike. Spin the wheel. Dude, remove a card. Remove a card. Get 100 gold. I can, or maybe is it 200 on higher ascensions or on lower ascensions? It's 200 gold. That's crazy. Okay, use your noggin, man, because we got like a lot of power. Do we want to duplicate a card? I mean, the easy play is you just duplicate like an Alchemize. I think we could get down with that, man. And as much as I want to remove, I feel like a Gremlin Horn is just like always nice to have because it's a relic I can't forget about most of the time. I don't want 1,000 cuts yet. It needs to be upgraded. I want Terror. No Terror, that's fine. Alchemize gives us an Ancient Potion. We'll probably take advantage of that, man. This feels very elegant right now. It feels very elegant. I think the debuff is coming in. So I'm gonna pop that. Pop our Alchemize. We can handle that one ourselves. Play a Survivor. We're not going to take 0 damage. That's not realistic, but I do think we got a good thing going. Might as well Deep Breath. I'm trying to, like, come up with the heuristic. I'm pretty sure the heuristic is we don't want a Deep Breath if we have a card in our hand that we can play that we would then like to draw a second time on the same turn. Like a Slice is a pretty good example, I think. This could go wrong, right? No, it just kills you. Could have used another potion. Prepared is like another cheap card. It helps 1,000 cuts. We're kind of building like 2 runs in parallel. What are they? I don't really know. The first run is like good cards, thin deck. Can't lose. The second one is like 1,000 cuts and lots of combo cards. Well, let me see here first. We probably do want a finisher on this turn. I want to draw Terror. That didn't happen. I'm going to use a potion to discard 1 strike. If that drew Terror, though, we would have been over the moon, man. I don't really think we need 1,000 cuts out there, but are we stupid if... I think we're stupid if we don't play it. Yeah, fair enough. Because we only need that to take 0 damage. It does take some of the front-end damage off finisher, but the damage from 1,000 cuts probably pays for itself, like, so quick. Stings, but it is what it is. It's not even that much damage, and we got you in the spin cycle, man. Energy, very, very nice. Prepared. Dump a wounds, dump a defend. Deep breath. Draw the wounds. Dump the wounds. We've done 1 attack, so let's play that. It would be really nice to kill you on this turn before you really start to do damage. You think we get there? I don't know if we get there. We get there. Okay. You should really just do the arithmetic on that one. Don't take my word for it. Adrenaline, like, perfectly fits what we're trying to do. Getting a little spicy with it, for sure. It's also a great upgrade target, but, like, dude, I'm starting to feel like we got something. Gain a relic, become cursed with Writhe. I don't see a shop, so I'm going to say no. I think we got good relics as is. I'm going to rest. I'm striking a balance between resting and upgrading, okay? What do we like? We like Master of Strategy first to see if you get 1,000 cuts. Oh my god. That allows you to play Adrenaline. Allows you to play Alchemize. Allows you to spend an energy potion. Play another Alchemize. Get another energy potion. Play a Prepared. Dump 2 defends, because you guys are going down, man. It's a very bad day. And then we got Gremlin Horn, man. It never ends. Oh my god, Deep Breath. I don't even know what I want to draw from Deep Breath. Another attack? Terror? Are you kidding me, man? I'd love to play All-Out Attack, but if it got rid of Finisher, I'd be very sad. So let's just... You could just play All-Out Attack after Finisher, man, and then the fight would have been over in 1 turn. It's still great, don't get me wrong. Realistically, we'd probably rather have an Ancient Potion. Give me a backflip. We build a little defense into this. Now let me think. Do we need an upgrade? Master of Strategy, backflip, both backstabs. They're like good upgrade targets. But is it better than a relic? I don't know. But the idea of having like a thin deck... Actually, that's pretty good too. But the idea of having a thin deck where like most of our cards are upgraded is very tantalizing to a guy like me. It is. Having such a thin deck that you can't help but draw your good cards on turn 1 is kind of insane, huh? It turns out that's pretty good. Are they doing anything? Like, I don't understand what's happening here. What do I guess I can make you vulnerable, but I'm probably going to be able to make you vulnerable anyway. Pen Nib is available. Buddy, it's over. I would take another backflip for sure. Let's get the backflips upgraded. I don't know what this guy's got planned for us, okay? I do know that we have a fairy in a bottle, which is pretty nice. Pop the strength. You're probably gonna hit me with a debuff. Pop the alchemize. Not immediately necessary. I can't believe it, man. No draw. We did still do a lot of damage. I can't be too upset. Look at this, man. So inspirational. You could just get... We should probably just get the decks. Dump them. Hit them. Dump them. We still got 5 energy? How do we have 5 energy? I guess, was it this turn that we played Adrenaline? Am I losing my mind? I think it's a pretty huge finisher, man. I would rather play the finisher and then hold the Crippling Cloud for a debuff once he enters, like, the next phase. Pen Nib, kind of unfortunate. If we could get something good for it to work with. Yeah, like a strike. So unironically, not that bad, but... Alright, 1 turn of free hits. Not the best turn you're ever going to see, but that's okay. I don't think there's anything realistically that they can do to us. They could lethal us in a single turn. It shows what I know. Crippling Cloud is helpful. 48 damage. Annoying. Certainly annoying. But then you take like a turn off, right? Or you take several turns of not being as dangerous. Okay, so this is actually good. Even though it may seem like semi-bad. The good part is that we're realizing our deck does have a weakness. It does a lot of front-loaded damage, which is amazing. The downside... Hang on, you're cooked. Is if an enemy has a lot of HP, we run out of steam a little bit. And also, if an enemy purges the terror debuff, we struggle to do as much damage as we'd like. With that in mind, none of these really help us. An ancient potion to use with Wraith form would be kind of good, but I think we're a malaise. I'm a fire and malaiser on this one. I mean, we could transform 5 cards, but I feel like we could also just, like, remove them pretty well. I'm going to make my first turn worse to make the rest of my deck better. The rest of my combat better. Okay, turn 1, Pen Nib. Probably a backstab. You know what? We got potions, like, as the day is long, brother. 16 damage. I don't want that one, I want this one. So yeah, I do expect our first turn to be a little bit worse, or maybe even a lot worse, but I expect every subsequent turn to be a little bit better. Are you dead, man? You're certainly not dead. You'll be dead next turn. So be dead. Okay. I guess I should have played the power just so we healed, but... I do feel like the backflips are... They're forming like the backbone of the run. I'm not trying to be like, you know, coy with the parlance. Early vulnerability, at the very least, purges 1 artifact off of Dono Deca so that our second terror has an easier path to hit. I'm now going to cut... We've been drawing maybe like a few too many defends. The deck's getting thicker, but it's getting thicker with good cards. You know what? I'm straight up, like, this means nothing to me, but an unupgraded backflip. Nah, take the gamblers, bro. For Tori. That's probably the greatest deal in human history. Draw more cards turn 1. Insane. I was so ready to remove a strike or a defend, but that's like... It nullifies the impact of replacing Ring of the Snake, man. Okay, give me... Turn 1, give me a speed potion. And then... Get rinsed, buddy. Oh, get rinsed. Look at the draw. There was a time I didn't respect the value that, like, draw can bring to a deck. That time has long since passed, man. Look at the front-loaded damage. It's disgusting. Don't want to slice. Wait, sorry. What was speed potion? We're chill. Okay. I want Malaise to be playable on 0, even just to buy us like 1 turn of weakness. I do feel like we should fight elites, man. I'm not that we're super strong, but rather just that like elites, you know, the relics could bridge the gap. What more do you want me to say? There's nothing more to say. Sure, 1,000 cuts. This is going to be very bad for you. It feels so satisfying to kill... Don't take it out of context. To kill an enemy with 1,000 cuts and get an energy refund back. I'm just being straight up with you. I always feel like you're remiss. Not Maris. That's different. That's Niall's wife for like 8 seasons on Frasier. I do feel like a Flechettes could do something for us too, but it thickens the deck. We would be remiss if we got rid of Fairy in a bottle, man. It's just nice to have like one failsafe to get you out of jail. If things go terribly wrong. Okay, how about 1,000 cuts? How about 1,000 cuts? I don't really want to pump Sneeko oil. Ranked potion? I would pop that right now, man. How about 1,000 cuts? No 1,000 cuts. Well, you drive a hard bargain, man. And you steam a mean ham. But if it's got to be done, it's got to be done. We did still do like 60 damage on turn 1. That's pretty solid. It was the very next card. How could you? We don't need to play 1,000 cuts on this turn. It would be nice, but... what we really need to do is be able to put up some block. I'm kind of stunned you're doing 33 damage with weakness, but... that's Hollywood, baby. Okay, don't waste pen nib. We actually, like, completely got there. I'm gonna put up 1 extra block, and I am gonna malaise you, but... I put up the 1 extra block because of the burn. I don't want to take damage if we can avoid it. Now, pen nib... all-out attack is probably the play. Play backflip first. I can live with it. Would it kill you to, like, give me another attack? I know I got him in the deck. It's a downside of having a thin deck. Like, these burns are hitting that much harder. But look at the backflips, man! The backflips are hitting like crazy. We take 8. Not even a big deal, really. Now, we're going to draw 6 burns. Yeah, I mean, it was just... we didn't draw that many on the last turn, so it just seemed pretty much predestined. We're not taking damage. So, oh, that was... why did that do so much? I don't know. Sneeko Skull, unfortunately, kind of trash for us, but... Akabeko, maybe not trash. How? I haven't really thought about it yet. I don't know. I mean, it makes backstab slightly better. I guess it could make an all-out attack slightly better. Alchemize? I didn't know. I played Adrenaline. Alchemize gives us draw. You want to play an all-out attack first. And I don't even remember what it dumped, but it was the right play, man. Now, ideally, and it's actually going to work, ideally, the next play you would make is nothing because we wanted to get the heal off of 1,000 cuts. I gotta say, heal hook in a thin deck, that seems to me to have some real, like, head of the class kind of energy. I'm gonna try it out. Gotta be... it's got to be that, and then draw. And then this, and then that. I really don't want to play Sneeko Oil. In that, if you're never going to play Sneeko Oil, just discard it. Get a better potion. Dude, I mean, it's time to call it like we see it, okay? And what am I calling and what am I seeing? It's very simple. I don't know why I'm still playing cards. Like, at this point, I guess there's no point. But, well, to get like a juicy malaise wouldn't be so bad. Now that I think about it. I'm calling it Alchemize. Best silent card, right? I thought we were playing it as like a little bit of a laugh. But the more I use it, the more I realize that actually like it's a foundational element of like almost every winning run I've had. So it basically shows what I know, which is nothing. But better to realize that early than, you know, they have to wait until Ascension 5000 or whatever. I mean, you're doing no damage. This should be like Crippling Cloud finisher, man. That way, at least, like, the poison will make you weaker on subsequent turns, if not by much. Heal Hook is going infinite. Neutralize is a free attack. Neutralize is a free attack. Finisher goes insane. All-out attack. Second, just so you didn't discard it by accident. So, do we have a problem on this run? Well, that's really the million-dollar question, you know? That's what I'm trying to figure out for myself, really. In general, we have some AoE via the 1,000 cuts, which we could duplicate, which would go insane. And we have front-loaded early damage. The question is, which is necessary to get through Donu as quickly as we can. I guess the question is, can we do this fast enough? Like, can we apply terror? Can we get through the artifacts? I don't know. I feel pretty good about it, but I don't have any like inside information, I suppose. Hear me out here just for a second. I always like to play 1,000 cuts, especially like against a spiker. I guess I could use this potion. Play 1,000 cuts. Play a Crippling Cloud. The spiker's going to be the last unit alive. I don't think this is going to be the classic, like, NL gets embarrassed by a spiker sort of situation. So if that's what you're looking for, you can just go elsewhere. You can leave. That was pretty big. I will say, there's a part of me that thinks you dump Fairy in a bottle to play Alchemize, and if it gives you another Flex Potion or an Ancient Potion, you're loving every minute of it, man. That's not even that bad. It might allow us to upgrade a card instead of resting, which is, I mean, not transformative, but it's worth something. I mean, if we're on 59, we're not even going to be on 59. It's going to be even better. Oh, never mind. I've killed you. 59 life, you should just hold. Now, the Explosive Potion is not the finisher we were looking for, but that's fine. I guess, honestly, dude, I think you might upgrade like a Survivor at this point. Well, I think we've made a very elegant deck. Do I think we have a win sewn up? No. But I think it's pretty good. Crippling Cloud is actually what we needed to draw, so that we could have terror actually work. And this is sort of what we needed as well. We're not going to be playing an early malaise. I just don't see it happening. You might as well dump that. Play your Alchemize. Liquid Memories. We'll see. This is... we needed this, basically. Terror is the card we needed most. Another Alchemize? I mean, buddy. What if you duplicate an Alchemize, don't play it right away, and then Liquid Memories, like just a heal hook or something, just to gain more energy to keep working. Like, duplicate Liquid Memories, heal hook, play your Alchemize, get 2 potions. How humorous. How droll, Niles. Backflip. Now, what do we have left in our deck that we need to see? We would like to see maybe a finisher. I mean, it would be nice to play 1,000 cuts. But it's not a need to have. So I could see myself dumping. Because we really need to go in on you on turn 1, man. We drew finisher. We didn't draw strike. That's fine. So there's a whole method to the madness, okay? I could play 1,000 cuts, but I'm going to stall on it. Because I might want to play blocks instead this turn to minimize our damage. We pop the Flex Potion. Slice. backstab, knock you out, gain more energy, 1,000 cuts. I can't believe it's happening either. Is this how easy this game is if you take time in between your turns? Because this is crazy, man. I thought this game was supposed to be hard. Alright, buddy, it's Ascension 7. Just put the content in the bag. I'm gonna say it's a finisher and a relatively big malaise, but we have nothing to fear, man. And you know what's crazy is it's like the opposite of what I had just recently said, which is I'm always blaming bad draw. On this one, it's like I'm blaming good draw. I'm like, oh, the run wasn't that good. We just had good draw. Buddy, you built the draw. Backflip, 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 master of strategy, deep breath. You built the ink bottle. You built the draw. Take some credit, man. I think you gotta double up on this. I guess you double up on slice instead, but like finisher scales when we play other attacks. So, like we could have it do double damage anyway just by doing more attacks. It doesn't matter. We're gonna win. It's over for you. It's never been more over for you. That was a great run, man. I'm proud of myself. It's only Ascension 7, but that one was very clean, very well constructed, very elegant, very demure, very mindful, etc. For now, thanks for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. Subscribe if you want to see more in the future. I'll see you next time. See ya! If I could find the stop recording button. See ya!